to the extent a classmate even came up to me and said, hey, can I call you nigga? Like, hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Maya. Thank you very much for watching this video. Do not forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed, and turn your notification button on, and share this video if you are going to like it. And today's video is going to be the challenges I have faced as a black person, and some too generally just because I'm a foreigner. So it's not just based on my race as a black person, but I feel like every other race or every other person who is a foreigner in this country goes through such challenges, such struggles. And it's going to be a collab with Ruth Qym. She's a Kenyan YouTuber based in Germany, and she's also going to be sharing her struggles as a foreigner, as a black person in Germany. If you want to travel to Germany, go up to her channel and just listen to what she has to say. And if you're looking to come to Poland, then this video is for you. And do not forget to subscribe on her channel as well. So yeah, as I have already mentioned, let's just get straight into the video. So the first thing I'll say is language. I feel like, again, language is one of the things that cuts across, because if you don't learn the language, it's going to be very difficult. Or the least you can do is learn like the basic good morning, thank you, just the basics. You should be able to do it, else your life is going to be difficult. Over here they don't speak English, and those who speak the English will not help you. They will tell you, sorry, I don't speak English. And it's the most annoying part. Or when you go like, nie mówię po polsku, it means I also don't speak Polish. Then they're like, no, you've been able to say that word, so it means you speak Polish. And they will continue to, whatever help you need, whoever you're speaking to will continue to speak to you in Polish when you have just clearly said you don't speak Polish. Although I will say some of them try, and they even tell you that, oh, my English is not very good, what do you think about my English? And then you just try to encourage them, try to correct them if they want to be corrected, correct them on certain words. And yeah, and for me, I feel like language has been my biggest, because even in my class, like my classmates are all from my school is an international school. I guess like most of them are coming from other countries, and most of them speak the Slavic language, and so they understand. And so even if you're from Ukraine, you're from Russia, like you guys speak the same language, and it's quite similar to Polish, and so it's very easy for them. And so what I find is that even in group studies, they will learn in the Russian language, because most of them, like all of them, speak it. I can say just 3 of us, just me and one Arabic girl and one Croatian girl, we are the only ones who don't understand anything, but the rest of them do. And so it's very easy for them, and which is quite difficult for me, because when they are doing group studies, guess what, I'm not invited even. Yeah, so you should consider that if you are coming to school over here. Although I have friends who are in the same school but are in different courses, that does not go to the same struggle I am in. So this is just a by the way, and something you should think of. Yeah. And then the next thing I will say is, if you are a black person, a girl, you love makeup, drugstore makeup, I'm sorry, Poland is not. And I don't even blame them, because there are not a lot of black people here, and so it's very difficult for you to get. When I mean drugstore makeup, you know, the Maybelline and you know all the cheap drugstore makeups, I'm sorry, you're not going to get your shade in any drugstore you enter, because they are more catered to I mean the majority color here, which is white. So you're not going to get yours. And I believe here it's not like Germany. You know, Germany is more diverse. Unlike here it's very strange to see, like when I go out, okay, aside from work, but when I go out and I see a black person, I'm like, it just makes me happy, because like yeah, because you don't see a lot of them over here unless you are schooling. Even before, in my school, we were like countable. It's just last year that a lot of people have a lot of black people have enrolled in my school. And so yeah, that is one thing I'll also say, being that if you want to drugstore makeup, I'm sorry, the internet is going to be your friend. If you want beauty supply products, AliExpress is going to be your friend. And you know, one thing I hate about AliExpress is the duration of the delivery, 2 months. And so if you're ordering something, best believe it's something you're going to use in the future, not in the next 3-4 days. No. And there are just 2 African shops here, and so the things are really limited. So that is something you should also think of. The internet is going to be your friend. Amazon UK is going to be your friend. eBay is going to be your friend. And even sometimes, and it's quite funny because sometimes there's this Polish website called Allegro. I find that I have found certain products on there than I'll find in the normal shops, and those shops are all owned by Polish people. So it's quite so yeah, just know that the internet is going to be your friend for a lot of things. If you are black and you need beauty supply products, makeup, affordable makeups, I'm sorry, the internet. And even in the shops, I don't want to mention their names because a bitch doesn't have a lawyer. I went into one makeup store and the lady just told me quite front, like she told me up front that she's sorry, this shop does not cater to people of my skin, and she told me to go to NYX. And she even told the ladies that, she gave me her name and she told the ladies that I should say this is what I want and I'm coming from here. So I mean, that was very helpful then. But like, this is I just want to give you a picture of how it is. It's not all of the makeup brands in here cater to dark skin. You wouldn't even get all those sleek there's this other one, you wouldn't get them. So if you want makeup, it's either you are getting from her, and the most affordable I would say is NYX and Sephora. The brand itself, Sephora, their foundation, yes, but it's not everybody, because I had a friend who also went and didn't get her shade. So it's like just once. But NYX will be your best friend. And then when it comes to racism, I mean, I can do a whole video about that, like my experiences, the things I have faced. Oh my god. If you want me to do like an exclusive video of like my racist experience, and even have my friends who have maybe gone through it, I can actually do a whole video on that. But I'll just say that it exists, and to the extent a classmate even came up to me and said, hey, can I call you nigger? Like, I don't mean it's in a bad way, but can I? And I was so confused. And to be honest, this was my first year coming here. It was about 2-3 weeks into school. I didn't know, like I knew of the word racism, but I didn't know what somebody would do. And even ignorance, again, this is ignorance, but let me be blunt and let me say my truth. I didn't know the word nigger was even related to like racism or slavery, because growing up I saw my brothers and their friends, yo nigger, if you're Ghanaian you know it, yo nigger, yo chale nigger. So like that was all I knew, like nigger is like a friendly. But I never had a white person. Again, I lived all my life in Ghana or something, so I couldn't correlate with that. So I came home, I found it so weird. And then I came home and I texted my friend that this is what happened in school, and like it feels very weird, and she explained everything to me. But funny enough, he never called me that. So yeah, he never called me that. But up to that, I felt like, yeah, that was racist. Yeah, if I don't, he will never watch this video, and he's not even my friend. Like most of my classmates are not my friends. So yeah. And then there's this other time I was tagged out of a shop because I was black. I was with my friend and we wanted to buy something, and this was coming from a young guy, like was 20-25, in between there. He tagged me out of the shop. But what I find is that I feel like most of the racist experience I've had was from adults, or will I say, Okay, just a few from old people that will stare. And also one thing is the staring, guys. People will stare at you. Be ready for that. Be like mentally prepared for that when you go out. But I feel like you don't find that a lot in Warsaw. I mean, the capital city, so I feel like a lot of people are okay, but you will still find it that people are staring. You will be in a bus and you're the only black person. You will be in a metro and you're the only black person, and you find people staring at you. And so if you're shy and or you have anxiety about all of those things, then you should also, I don't know even what to say to you, but this is just to keep in mind that it happens. You will be stared at a lot of the time. And it was so weird to me. For me, I don't even have a problem with it because the skin is flawless. Like, I don't have a problem with people staring at me. I don't care. But there's always a part of me that I feel like they may not look it, but I feel like the stare is coming from a place of disgust. That is it. But I barely care if somebody is staring at me. Finding a place to stay, guys. This also ties even to the racism. Sometimes I will call, I don't know, but I don't know if I'm the only one who's had this problem, but I've never asked any of my friends. But you know, when you call them, you see the ad is still available. Even sometimes the ad has just been posted like less than 10 minutes ago, which again, with 10 minutes is a lot of time for somebody to agree to a contract, so I understand. But you will call them, you speak English, okay, they'll speak to you. Or even if the landlord does not speak to you, they'll try to say text message, and then they'll ask you where are you from, even before you go. And this is all before you go and see the apartment. Where are you from? The moment you say you're from Ghana, oh, where's Ghana? Africa. Oh, I'm sorry, the building, it has already been taken. Oh, this, oh, that. And so, like, when I started experiencing that, I became so, will I say paranoid, or like anytime, like it's time for me to, if I wanted to move to a new place, which is not even which I had to move, like it's by force, by fire, move to a new place. There was this place of, like, there was this doubt of insecurity. Oh my god, when they ask where I'm from, like, I'm going to say it, and it's either this person is going to hang up. Listen, but I'll say there are some nice people. Where I'm staying, my landlord, she speaks zero English. But she tries to translate with Google anytime she's texting me. So I'll say there are good people, but sometimes you will not get the apartments you want just because of where you come from. I mean, there are lots of things when it comes to your residence card as well. The process is very long, like very long. And so if you are coming here, please make sure you up your game on your document, be on time, and it takes about 6 months to get your residence card. And so if you know that you want to get your residence card, your visa is 1 year. After 6 months, please start applying, or else you are going to be in a serious fix. And these people, they can even send you the letter that you have been denied, and you'll not see it, and before you realize, you're about to be deported. So you need to be careful about that as well. For my racist experience, I think after this video I'm going to shoot and talk about it probably. But if you guys want to, because I have some crazy stories, if you guys want to hear more about it, then I'm going to do a video on it. And also, one thing I'll say is, you get this question a lot: why Poland, 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 why Poland?
Cause bitch is cheap.
And you can't, in fact, there's no, and me especially, I don't have a specific answer of why to Poland, because I was literally at home and my sister called me, oh, this school, blah 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 blah, and I said okay. So I don't even have a why I came. The only reason I'm here is for school, and that is the end. And so you will get that a lot. And even people trying to touch your hair. Literally one time I was at Zwoje Centralna. If you the central station. I was there, and one old lady came and she just touched my. I was like, oh my god, what is happening? What is happening? I was, and it was a wig, people. It was a wig. Or anytime you change your hair, you have people asking you, oh, you change your hair, oh, you change your hair.
Yeah, bitch, it's a wig. Come on.
I'm tired of explaining, oh, what is a wig. So I feel like this is the challenges I face, continually to face. So guys, I've come to the end of the video. I think I was just spitting here, although I planned it out, but I feel like it's going to be a long video and I don't want it to be very long. I'm almost at 20 minutes now, which I'm going to edit to about. So let's just see. Just go to Ruth Qym's channel. I'm going to leave it in the description box and watch her video, and let's also hear about her experiences. Bye bye.